Good morning. Okay, happy Saturday. Saturday is the day that Saturn rules, and Saturn is currently at the 24th degree in Aquarius. And we are in the window of an eclipse. The moon has moved into Scorpio. The sun is in, good morning, Matthew. The sun is in Taurus. This energy this month has been so intense because Mercury's retrograde. We're in an eclipse window. And it's Taurus and Scorpio, which is all about your senses and your value. But it's also all about food and sex, right? So I don't know how you guys are feeling. But a few months ago, I was like, I'm going to, give myself a season of celibacy. Because I really wanted to harness all of my energy in one direction. I didn't want to have my energies be really divided out for a season of time, as I'm working to really create classes and really build a community, like really focusing my energy. And because the sun is in Taurus, the whole food thing, like who's emotional eating right now? Literally I found like chocolate, keto chocolate, like all this sort of stuff, because that sensory energy, the feeling and sex and just the desire to feel good. That's the thing. Like our senses get so charged by this Taurus energy, the sun in Taurus, the moon in Scorpio. So there's a lot of emotional sensory sort of stuff. And if you're not aware of it, if you're not conscious of it, it'll just move you. It'll just rule you. So you're hungry and you're eating without thinking about it. And, your sexual pleasures are running high and your sensory body is all of that. Yes, all that's Taurus. Yes, exactly. Taurus and Scorpio. It's like, well, who can I get it from? So I've been really loving that I've given myself a season of celibacy and that I've cleaned my diet out so much. So I'm not eating in the way that I would normally be. So I'm really harnessing my energy. And that's the thing to understand, that we live in an energetic system. This is all energy. Everything, the energy is the energy is heavy. We are having a full moon in Scorpio, y'all. And Scorpio is death and sex and dicks and penises. And, making babies and power sharing and all of that. It's a very heavy energy. Pluto's in retrograde. Mercury's in retrograde. Saturn, I believe Saturn might be at the degree that it is going to go in its retrograde. So we have all of these energies, and what they're doing is they are forcing us, they're creating all of this pressure to move you into a different way of being. It's a death. This is really about a death. It's like, what needs to die? It's like, simplify your motherfucking life. That's what this is about. It's like, releasing all of those external things that we have. One of the things that I realize as Americans, right? We are often very addicted to comfort. That's what it is. It's about being addicted to comfort. And so what happens is when we live our lives through the lens of what's comfortable and all of that sort of stuff, we have to often check ourselves, right? We have to, there's this, and let me tell you guys, like, I'm all about comfort, just so you know. Like, I am not the person who's like, looking, like, I don't want to live off the land. Like, that's not who I am. I do like gardening. I do like things that make me feel connected to earth and nature and things like that. But I like comforts. I really do. And as Americans, we just tend to overdo it. That's it. We really tend to overdo it. And so with this Taurus sun, Scorpio moon energy, we have to look at how we are too drawn to our comforts. That's all I can really say. How we let and because what happens is when you become addicted to your comforts own you and you don't own them. It's important for you to have a nice balance between this is comfortable and this makes me work, and I need that. Like I need the thing that keeps me on the edge. One of the things that I've done all my life is I have always made choices to the best of my ability that wouldn't allow me to get too lazy, right? Like I remember once I was dating somebody who was really wealthy, and we had a conversation about, becoming a partnership, married or whatever. And I remember thinking, I will lose my feet if I marry this man. Like I will not work hard anymore. I won't go after my dreams. I will just get on his energy field and just go with him because he's the dominant force. He has the money, right? And I knew that would kill, if I got too comfortable, it would kill my drive. It would kill my dream. It would kill my energy. It would kill my desire to pursue. Like, it's like I've just seen this so often, and everybody's not like this. You got to know yourself, right? Everybody's not like this. But one of the things that's been interesting about living in Los Angeles, because I live around creative people. People in LA are creative. They're singers and actors and they're like all of that sort of stuff. And it's really interesting to see what hunger does inside of somebody's gift. When you're hungry and you're trying to eat and you're trying to pay the bills and they sing, like they open their mouths and they sing, or they dance, and what they do, their story, they write. But then when they start making the money and the comforts start to get restored, sometimes the gift diminishes because you get too fucking comfortable. It's like, what do you need to do to keep you on the edge so that you're not too fucking comfortable? And that is the Taurus sun and the Scorpio energy. That's the axis of it, right? It's like learning to keep yourself just so, right? Just so that you still are in pursuit of your greatest yet to be. That you live in the attitude of like, I'm grateful for what I have now, but I know that there's more in me. I know that, and you have to keep the conditions ripe for you to dig into the more. Balance, you're right. You're right. You have to keep the conditions right. So in this Aquarius energy, because Saturn is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is the mind of God. It's the edge. It's the foreign, right? And it's what we don't know yet. It's this possibility. It's this place of possibility. But because it's the foreign, there's no comfortability in it. It's like no one's accessed it yet. No one knows what it is. It's the weird. It's the strange. It's the unfamiliar. That's Aquarius, and Saturn is discipline and structure, and right. So it's how do you discipline yourself in oh shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot. I think I turned on the water to make some eggs, and I think I hear it boiling. I'm remembering, I'm boiling something. Yeah, so how do you discipline yourself? How do you keep yourself in a structure, a focus, a practice that allows you to become who you're here to be? It's like I said, I was telling you guys, I watch a lot of documentaries with athletes because we give athletes the space to really focus in on what they're here to be and do. Like, if you go watch a documentary on Michael Jordan or Kobe or any of these fucking people, they have time to focus on them. But then that leads me to this country, right? This country is all about extracting people's genius. And so these gentlemen really, I know they make a lot of money, but basketball is modern day slavery. All these athletics are modern day slavery. They are. So that's why they, it's all like they're just working for white men and making them all really rich. But nonetheless, still, I'm just using that as an example of what it kind of takes to harness your gift, your genius. You have to have solitude. You have to have focus. You have to have discipline, and you need community. You need community around you to sort of protect your solitude, and everybody needs to. If we created an environment where we all got to harness the best of ourselves, that sounds so fucking ideal. Like, just having it come out of my mouth is like, really, Monique? But that's what we need. Like, we need spaces where we can harness the best of ourselves, so that we can be on the creative edge to become ourselves, right? To become entrepreneurs, to discover new things, to build new realities that need to be built now, because the Western world is coming undone. Finally, thank God. Oh my goodness, yes. But who says they have time and a team? Yeah, it's the community part that's right. It is. They have time and it is. And I feel like I do my best in the community that I've created, Follow the Sun, to offer classes that offer community, that allow us to dig into ourselves and discover. Because what we have to do is we have to reprogram our minds. We have to really reprogram ourselves. We have to reprogram the way we think and the way we look at things. Here's the thing that now you guys know me, right? I think I love Black people. I love all people. Like, I'm not playing on the all people matter. But I'm a Black person and I love myself in an exclusive way, above and beyond all other people. I am a Black person and I love myself in an exclusive way. And the people who are like me, who have the path that I love us in an exclusive way. Because I have studied us, and what I have discovered is we are hated all around the world. We are despised. It is profound how hated we are. Like, all over the world. You have to understand this, all over the world. This is not just America. It is all over the world. And yet we have produced arts and things that have changed the world. Everything that we produce has benefited the world in some profound way. America is nothing but an entire system that extracted the genius and the power and the goodness out of Black people in every way and built a whole country on top of it. Everything, food, the agriculture, everything built on the backs of slaves, the entire industry. And we give it, and we are still hated. Even in Africa. I want y'all to know, even Africans hate us, which I find this all to be so profound. I'm like I used to just be like, sensitive, but now I'm like, that is fucking interesting that the whole motherfucking world hates us, because we bad as shit, y'all. We are amazing. We are an amazing people. You have to look at the evidence of our creations and what we have created under the distress, under duress, under harm, fleeing with our babies here and our suitcases running, still creating the most incredible things that the world relies upon, that the world would fall upon its face without. as they hate us. As they hate us. Like everything in the world, anything that Venetian, right? All of the art, music, food, entertainment, comedy, all rooted in us. All rooted in us. All anchored, all seated through our consciousness, through our psyches. We are an incredible, incredible people. We are an incredible, undeniable people. As they are, right now, they are attempting to shoot us in the streets. The police, all this, and we are still the most dynamic, creative, resilient, loving, even in our darkest, even in our darkness, we are still the most profound people ever on the planet. None like us. There's none like us. There's none like us. So we are moving into this full moon in Scorpio right now. And it is this really profound experience of letting go. Oh yes, melanin is really a molecule that it is. Melanin is a molecule that is miraculous. It is like it's just, and all we need to do, I just want to say, all we need to do is begin to love ourselves so profoundly. Because as we love ourselves, because our energy and the melanin and what we've cultivated for generations and generations and generations, when we come into profound love and acceptance of ourselves, like I fucking, like when you understand like what we come from and who we are, when you see it, when you can see what we are, you can only love yourself. You cannot hate yourself when you see, because all the stories that they told us, like they have been trying to kill us. Like sometimes I watch like animal shows where they go and hunt like elephants. And I'm like, that's what they've been doing to us here. They've been hunting us. They have been hunting us. And when we literally begin to see why and what we're up to and what we've done and how we've been so creative and dynamic and transmutive, when we begin to see it and you fall in love with yourself, the only thing that can happen is that they will love you more. They will love you. They literally will fall. I'm telling you, they don't have a choice. If we just, because we are the projectors of the reality. That's what we don't understand. That we are the projectors of the reality because of the melanin. We have something unique. We have something unique that even, I mean, we're all various configurations of energy, right? Everyone is. But there's something unique about our configuration of energy. There's something unique about it. Our relationship to the earth and the melanin and the creator. There's something unique about it. There's something unique about it. And when we can really see it for what it is, objectively, it's undeniable. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. And so it's very important for us to really wake up so that and here's the other thing, we are in a bigger thing. Like, so we're in the dark ages right now. We're coming out of the age of Pisces has been the dark ages. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. And we're moving into the age of Aquarius where the energetics the frequency is different. So these Piscean ways of being, like organized religion, that's a Piscean thing where everyone's on the same belief system. When I was a little girl, we all watched the same television shows at the same time. That's very Piscean, okay? But now the age of Aquarius is all individual, right? So we're moving into where everyone's not in the same mindset any longer. We're doing a different thing. So it's important for you to understand your blueprint so that you can stop adhering to the same systems. It's like everybody used to work for this industry. Everyone used to, that shit is over with now, literally. So you're going to have to learn how to relate to energy in a completely different way. So you have to understand your individual makeup. You got to understand how you function, because you no longer can just take your energy to someone else and they take your, it's like working for somebody. You can know those systems are coming undone. The frequency won't uphold that way of functioning any longer. The energies, like Aquarius is an air sign. So because Aquarius is an air sign, all of, it's different than Pisces, which was a water sign. So all the energies they're going to be very, very different. And while we're still here, we're still alive, we have to learn how to use it. We have to learn how to do it. And so there is a death happening. This Scorpio full moon is bringing in a death. The nodes are involved in it. So that means our old ways of being and our new ways of being are a part of this. So we're literally watching the energy in the invisible. We're watching, if you can just imagine, if this physical world was just going to collapse, that's what's happening in the invisible. It's just collapsing. It's dying. It's just rapidly coming undone. And what the systems are trying to do, they're like trying to save it and put it back together and tape it up and staple it and hold it there. But it's over. You cannot keep it in place. It's done. It's complete. So where in your life are things needing to come? Where are you taping things up in your life? Where are you just holding on and where are you doing that in your own life? And the question you have to ask yourself is, what do I need to become in order to release this old way of being? Let me think of something that I have going on that I can share that might be supportive. Okay, yes. So, just my old identity. It's like the duct taping the bone. Yes. Like my old identity is just coming undone really rapidly. And because I have a Pisces rising, and a Virgo sun, I'm really, in the past, I've been very easy, go with the flow, submissive. What do you think? Blah, blah. And that shit is dying. Like, I just can't do it anymore. Like, if I'm like, nope, that ain't, no. Like, I cannot play nice any longer. I can't be as easy as I used. It just won't allow me to do it. Spirit XZ says, first step, dealing with our pain to accept where we felt, then allow ourselves. Yes, you have to. Right. So yes, I have been, this is the Pluto retrograde class is all about, dealing with the pain. Come do the rituals, learn how. That's what I want to say. You cannot intellectualize yourself out of this stuff, right? You have to do the rituals. You have to release it, because the subconscious holds on and memorizes things. And if you don't clear out the subconscious, if you don't clear those subconscious, and the subconscious is deep, it holds on, right? So, you have to go in and literally reprogram yourself, reprogram your subconscious, do the rituals, do the forgiveness work. If you don't do it, you just carry it forward, and it'll show up in a relationship somewhere. It'll show up in some way you're functioning. That's why I create the Pluto retrograde class. A Mercury retrograde class to begin to tell yourself a new story. Learn how to listen to your intuition. Learn how to trust the universe. Because if you have been told that the way you function is bad and that's not right and that's crazy, if you've been doing all of that sort of stuff, you won't be able to step into a new way of being. So I create the classes to help us reprogram the patterns, the beliefs, the things that we learned from our grandparents and parents, the stories that we've been hearing all of our lives. That stuff has to be reprogrammed deliberately. You cannot just wish it away. We have a Saturn retrograde starting on June 4th. So that class will be ready probably about a week before then. But Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, you want to reprogram your blueprint. You want to find the courage to stand out. So many of us are afraid to say the things that we really think or be who we really want to be, because, you know, like, it's one of the things so interesting watching women, every woman wearing these long eyelashes. That's what's unique about that. You have to be your unique self. And let me say, being unique is not the easiest thing. It's like when I decided to let my hair go gray. Like, my friends were like, "Oh, you're looking so old," and all that. And I just was like, but this is what my hair is like. You know, like, I don't want to color it anymore. I'm going to have to be myself. I'm going to have to be who I'm here to be. And so it's a very interesting thing, because I feel in my body, I feel like 25, but people call me ma'am and miss and all that sort of shit all the time. But that's the uniqueness, right? So we have to be able, thank you. I feel like I look amazing. I don't feel like I look bad. There's a conditioning and a programming in our culture. And so there's a part of me that wants to adhere to that, because of what people might think or what, you know, that kind of stuff, right? And we have to, if we're not willing to be who we're here to be, then you can't have the energy that's yours to use, right? Your makeup, your avatar is a part of everything. You know, how you look, it's a part of it. It's right. We're not all, go look at Star Trek, and some people are like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like we're supposed to embody the thing that makes us unique. Thank you. Yes, I have good skin. I do. So I teach the classes so that we can learn how to undo the patterns. Thank you. I feel beautiful. I teach the classes so that we can learn how to undo the patterns, the belief systems. I teach the classes so that we can learn how to ask the questions, so that we can learn the rituals, so that we can understand what the universe is doing. And so we don't have to stumble along by ourselves doing this. This is what my community is about, helping us unravel the old system through our consciousness and build a new one through our consciousness. That's what my work is about, really helping us step out of the old paradigm and into the new one, but we have to do it deliberately through our own consciousness. Okay, so the moon is in Scorpio, you all. Pay attention to your shadow, pay attention to your desires, pay attention to what needs to go, what are you releasing, what no longer serves you. And I'm gonna do a full moon ritual on Monday. And I think I'll make it available to everyone, so that we can just ritualize the energy. But I don't know yet. But I'm just saying it out loud, so I probably will. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a really beautiful day, and peace and blessings. This is a powerful time. This is a powerful time to be alive. It is a really powerful time for all people, and really in a unique way for Black people who are who were brought here through that transit. Like, we are, I think this is what I wanted to say. It's so important for us to wake up because our energy is so highly creative. And when we begin to do the work of loving ourselves, everyone has to follow suit, because really the reason, like, this is going to sound crazy, right? But the reason we're so profoundly hated is because we are so at odds with ourselves, because we are hating ourselves. We're not really loving ourselves. And it's because we're in the dark ages. It's because we're moving out of the dark ages, which is about the earth's rotate and tilt to the light of the sun. And we are the people of the sun. We are the sun people, the original sun people. And so as we have been out of alignment with the light of the sun, we've not been able to get as much light in our psyche. So the patterns and the behaviors occur as like self-hatred. That's what it occurs as, because we've not been getting enough direct light in our psyche. But now it's shifting. So as we are the people of the sun and we begin to love ourselves, and because of our relationship to the sun is becoming more connected because of the geographical location, then we begin to emit more light out, and then other people feel our light, and then they begin. So it really is a domino effect. We are the people of the sun, and there are people who can't be in a direct connection with the sun, a direct communication with it. They actually need us. And this is the story of the Hebrews and the Gentiles in the Bible, if you guys understand what I'm saying. It's like the people, yeah, okay. All right, I said something, I slipped something in there for y'all. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Let me see if we can. That's right. But the sun people, you have to understand that sun thing is really something. The Son of God, the chosen ones, all of that. It's really because of your relationship to light. It's because of your relationship to light. All right. Bye, everybody.